Hello and welcome to Movie Ballot. I'm Richard Eve, Heat Ray OK, take your pick. And in this series we look at films through the lens of the political compass test. It'll be a series of propositions, at the end of which we will try to describe where the film positions itself in relation to politics. So a while back, as of this recording, which is Friday the 22nd of July 2022, Disney bought Fox. So as a consequence, you'll find old school stuff turning up on Disney Plus, such as this, the original Planet of the Apes movie series. The first movie is a classic, of course, but it's been done to death on YouTube. So under recommendation, I will be taking a look at what is considered to be one of the better sequels, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, from 1971. Are you ready?
Some people are naturally unlucky.
Predestined, perhaps? So, good-natured apes from the far future find themselves on Earth in the 70s, and their mere presence, in a sense, bodes ill for humanity. The human antagonists of the film will become aware of the long-term existential threat and do their best to avert what in all likelihood cannot be averted. So clearly, they don't believe in any kind of cursed fate, if you will. But what does the film itself think? I would say no to the proposition in the strictest sense, but what goes around comes around.
Information is much too like entertainment these days.
So American movies of the 70s, even popular ones, often had a social conscience type flavor about them, and we see that kind of inverted here as a proposition. Maybe entertainment should be more informative. More pertinently, though, the media in this film do seem to be mainly concerned with frivolity and much less to do with the truth or any kind of investigative integrity, although there is a highly entertaining science broadcast.
Institutions should be regulated.
Well, yes, I think so. I mean, when the things start to get sinister, even the president is in on it, although he does express moral reservations at length.
Authority should always be questioned.
Yes, this may in fact be the main thing that the screenplay invites us to do. Everyone questions everyone else, and everyone questions their own authority and credibility too.
Some races are better than others.
Well, this is a bit awkward. I mean, although there are blunt civil rights messages present here, there are only two, one peripheral and one blink and you'll miss it, non-white cast members. It would have to wait until the next sequel, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, for the franchise to get more direct about things, let's say.
Unlawful violence is sometimes justified.
Oh, completely.
There is no right or wrong, only different.
Well, the film presents dilemmas. The antagonist in this case, the chief scientist consultant to the president, is strongly motivated. So at one point he talks about how we fail to be proactive about pollution, nuclear disarmament, etc. This is someone very passionate about the human race, to the extent that he's willing to remove beings whose progeny might subjugate humanity millennia down the line. So he's kind of a hardcore activist, and yeah, commitment. I don't think we're supposed to come down on his side, though. He's very much for the in-group being Homo sapiens in this case.
People should conform to traditional roles.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, not that women can't be scientists, for example, but it is understood that unlike men, they will tend to blather and dawdle behind somewhat. It's good practice to always have a gentleman accompanying a lady scientist in case they faint or become otherwise ungovernable.
Religion and morals are the same.
At one point, a man of the cloth becomes incensed by the idea of marriage between apes, but he's laughed back into his seat promptly, so no, I would say it's a no to that.
An eye for an eye.
Well, yes, ultimately, and we do punch the air to see the comeuppance, but I don't think that this movie is framing revenge as a thing that leads to positive outcomes, so I think it's kind of in the middle on that one. So, Escape from the Planet of the Apes finds itself at the end of our interrogations here, straddling neoclassical and so-called green libertarianism, broadly also referred to as compassionate conservatism. This school of thought is interested in how a free market and liberal institutions might benefit individuals and the environment, with a focus on civil rights and social justice. It's a typical centrist or soft libertarian position. So if that's you, then you might enjoy this sometimes cringy but not at all boring Apes sequel, of which Disney Plus have a really good print, so do check that out if you are interested in the film. Thank you very much for staying with me in this. Next week, who knows? I mean, it could go